Oh, and we're live. Hello, hello, hello. And welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Right, where we're continuing Sorin's journey. Last stream was a little bit slower than the stream before it. But we were introduced to the Lockerates on the moon. Learned a bit about the purpose of the moon, how it's going to function. All about the evacuation of Etheirys. And we learned that Sharlayan, our collaborator, who have been collaborating with the Lockerates, and that's their whole secret project they've been preparing for. But the Scions aren't about to let things end quite that way. I should close my chat box. So let's get right to it. Oh, Sorin, I was just about to call for you. I'm afraid we've received another call for assistance. This one comes from Razahan. The others are assembled in the main hall to discuss the situation. You must join them at once. Right. Has it begun already? I hoped we'd have more time. There you are. Sorry to keep you waiting. Our worst fears have come to pass. But moments ago we received grim tidings from our contact in Razahan. Vile beasts have appeared as if out of nowhere, claiming one victim after the next. What's more, they say the very sky burns above them. It really is. Good gods! But the final day is already upon us. It would appear so. Sadly, this is all the information we have at present. No doubt the people of Razahan are busy fighting for their lives. Then we must go at once. They need our help. Right. We can get there quickly enough, right? Agreed. Krile, you'd best remain here with Tataru and gather what knowledge you can. You are in no condition for a long journey, I imagine. Very well. Similar phenomena may have been observed elsewhere, and if so, we must know about it at once. Be safe out there, yes? Of course. Let's make first for Yedalad. We must prepare ourselves for what may lie ahead. Right. Oh, are we going right there? Oh no, there we go. What's happened?
And lo, vile beasts did rise.
It's just like Honorant.
Leaving naught in their wake but blood and ash. Sun scorches earth and boils seas. And our sins ascend unto the heavens. Three dooms to unmake all we were.
sky burns. The final days are truly upon us.
My friends, I trust you have heard the news.
We have. What can you tell us of the situation, Your Excellency?
Doesn't look good.
Last night, the Isle was rocked by tremors, and the earth itself cried out. Aloft, the heavens began to burn. From all about, unholy beasts, the likes of which we had never seen, came forth in fury and rage. No. To say they came forth would be inexact.
What do you mean?
The people of Radzat-Han themselves transformed into these baleful fiends.
You mean...
Though the phenomenon was observed throughout our lands, the first creature, the largest and most dreadful of the lot, wrought havoc upon us here in our fair city. Though they bear superficial resemblance to divinities of legend, they are ungodly abominations. The people decry them as blasphemies. The Large One's rampage has since taken it to the northern reaches of the island. I mean to dispatch our radiant host in an attempt to quell the threat.
And what of Vritra?
Vritra too makes for the north of his own accord, and yet he knows the blasphemy and its minions were but yesterday his beloved people. I pray his boundless compassion and mercy does not deter him from taking unenviable but necessary action.
We should help.
Understood. I ask that you allow us to aid you in quelling this threat.
You would risk your lives to help us yet again? I have no words to express my gratitude.
We could hardly just leave.
Our regiments approach the north from several directions, with a number of units set to depart from the docks of Yedlimat. They will make landfall in an area of dense jungle, where one can expect to encounter dangers even beyond the fell beasts we hunt. I leave you to your preparation. You will find me at the docks when you are ready to depart.
Right. This is it.
We're as prepared as we'll ever be. Let's go.
Right. Everyone. Everyone has assembled, yes. I thank you for lending us your aid in our battle against the blasphemy. Let us review our plan of attack. I would have you board this boat and circle around to the north side of the island. There you will find a dense jungle we call Vanaspati. It is a sacred wood, home to many temples and a number of villages. Finally, some on-screen peaceful farming simile. Yep. Final Fantasy XIV. Vritra and the Radiant Host have gone there ahead of us. I ask that you join them, and do all in your power to destroy this blasphemy. Do everything we can. We have to find a way to succeed. Ram itself and the others failed. Losing party for this one. we're half Thancred. We had
ever ready.
We had Thancred last time. Let's go. Really is burning. Everyone. Shut up. That's Vritra. That's
There.
but
My
oh,
friends,
all too reminiscent of the Senators.
these are children of Thavne.
Are we not? Are we not fighting that group? Oh. I guess we are. I'm just...
Hold still.
Right. Sorry.
Forgive me. I could do them no harm.
Don't worry, Vritra. I'll handle this. Oh yeah. These incendiaries. Is this a type of token?
You cannot stop us.
If this is the only way, I shall silence the beasts of the air. Pray continue onward.
I cannot imagine what he must be going through. I don't know if I want to. I have to help those who are still alive. These really are the same creatures we saw in World. Just maybe I think these are even stronger. don't know if I'll be able to spawn anyone from these flames.
Hold still. Allow me. You cannot stop us!
More.
Allow me.
A little more. Still can't see anyone. Wait. A survivor. Sir? It's too late. Too late for us all. Nope. That's... Exactly.
There! I have you!
What happened? What is...
Allow me. Hold still.
This is... like the temporary restoration debuff.
You cannot stop us!
Right. Here we go again. Right. This again. Little further.
Something special for you.
We did it. Just One of those.
What is this vile presence I sense?
Creature?
The horde draweth near. Be on your guard.
No. Get up. Repeat again. What's happening? It's not even like this. Sin Eaters, they had to be attacked like a poison. What's happening here?
Allow me. Hold still.
Just have to keep pressing on, save as many as I can. Let them spread any further.
I have you now.
Keep pressing on. That's... Get away, children. Please. What it... Oh. Really the best we can do?
Allow me. Hold still.
Let's go. I'm feeling a little in this dungeon, but I need to get Sorin's gear upgraded.
Hold still. There.
Oh. Right. Keep going. seen any more survivors. It's a good thing at this stage.
I have you now.
I think the main reason I'm saying that is because I know the like the X5 dungeons are where the item level you get from the dungeon drops starts to exceed the best gear from the previous expansion. I think, yeah, the Crypt Lurker gear is 530 and I think this is 535. The blacker gear? No, 536. Ready, everyone? This is...
You underestimate me.
I'm trying to remember the mechanics for this one as well. When it absorbs water, you don't want to go into the water, and when it absorbs fire, you do want the water, if I remember correctly.
Hold still.
I was getting worried that wasn't absorbing me for a moment there.
On guard.
Water again.
Hold still.
You underestimate me.
Ooh.
I have you now.
Still seem to be stronger. Maybe if we can cut this out at the source, we can at least slow things down. This is... Pavan said there were temples here. This must be... How many of them are there? Are those all? It's all? Just stop this. I feel like they're getting stronger. See any of these types down
Allow me.
the lower section
I
parts of the
have you
island.
now.
Hold still. Allow me.
Right. These are... I've seen these before in Amarot.
You cannot stop us.
Back then they summoned others. Assume this isn't the end of it.
I have you now. You underestimate me.
Right. There's the backup. No more? What's for us? More? That's... It's different. Aye, the Beast of Amarot. Or something worse still. only one thing to do.
There! Hold still.
This is...
There!
Oh,
Hold still. I have you.
I think this maybe we can at least buy ourselves some time. What's it doing? Careful.
I have you now.
Remember the first couple of times I did this boss, I really struggled with getting the mechanics down for it. Keep this up a little longer.
You underestimate me.
This time. Did it. did you ever get on? The sky is still... It speaks.
As I feared.
You sure?
What is it?
The beast was there, and now it is no more. Yes?
Yes.
Indeed. We saw it plain. But you didn't, did you?
I saw nothing. Not the blasphemy that perished here, nor the other men turned beasts. And because of this, I now see all too well.
Sure.
There is no ether. Where the creatures should be, I saw naught but emptiness.
Emptiness? But that would mean...
They're not made of ether?
Recall the words of the Watcher. 'Twas a stagnancy of ether, a cessation of flow, leading to decay and absence, that led the ancients to conclude their star was dying.
Right.
This is the same phenomenon. The instant these people are seized by the transformation, their ether begins to rot and crumble away like dried mud. Until, from their corporeal forms to their very souls, naught remains.
But the beast spoke with its dying breath. Surely, at least a sliver of the man it was endured.
Mayhaps so. But even if the process was incomplete, it was little more than a faint residue.
God be good. You're saying they cannot be saved?
Not by any means known to me, or by any means at all, like as not. For there is naught left to save.
What are these things?
They return not even to the ethereal sea.
Vitra!
The beasts rage on, their hunger insatiable. Even deprived of their master, they perpetuate his legacy of hate. Once proud sons and daughters of Thavnir, all of them, and now I spill their blood.
Vitra, my friends, I am heartened to see you safe.
You put your secret at risk.
Those closest to me already know the truth. A truth I must now share with one and all. Vitra, calamity has come to Radzatan. Our fair nation is rent by screams of pain and despair. More than ever, we require a strong leader to shepherd us through the storm. Reveal your true self to our people, Vitra, and guide us to salvation.
What madness is this, I-One? Thou dost forget thyself. Were we to reveal our duplicity, it would do naught but foster confusion and chaos. Nay, I shall remain the Satrap's loyal ally, and do battle with the beasts. Easing hearts and leading the people to safety is thy task, and thine alone. I ask that you remain at Ahewan's side, and render unto him what aid you may. I know not what lies ahead, but without you, Ra-Zet-Han will not survive.
I'll do everything I can.
Take me with you.
Estinian?
I am as at home fighting in the air as I am on land. Take me with you.
Were my words unclear? I require no assistance. Thy place is at Arhewan's side.
Estinian, here. It's the last thing you ever wanted. A link pearl. We'd gain much from knowing your elevated perspective. And it'll keep you from getting lonely, which I know you loathe.
You heard the man. Seems I'm coming with you after all.
Then I pray thy grip is iron. Be it on thy head if thou dost chance to fall.
Fair enough. Now, shall we?
Estinian going into battle on back and back.
I fear it is as Vitra says. We will not survive this on our own. While I am loath to impose upon you again.
I would insist if you did not. 'Tis the very reason we have come.
Then once more I find myself without words to thank you properly. Let us return to the capital and plan our next course of action.
If you're a Dragoon, you should be able to literally jump like that. Yeah, Dragoons are shown to be able to kind of jump silly distances. Our radiant host has eliminated the immediate threat to the city. Though it pains me to know those beasts were once my own people. There is no telling when or where the next transformation might occur. We must remain vigilant and steel ourselves for whatever is yet to come. Right. So, how can we best help? Forgive me, my friends, but I must return to Megaduta for the time being. There I can better manage this crisis and dispatch my troops as the situation demands. In that case, we shall carry out an investigation of our own here in the city. And mayhap the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations, and the conditions under which it occurred. If we can ascertain what exactly triggered these tragic events, it may give us some insight as to a possible solution. Right. Just need to find out what's causing this. Time is of the essence. Let us split into 3 groups that we may cover more ground. Alice and I will see to Pax's path. Vankard and Yshtola pre-make for Dara. I leave Arthur to Graha and Sorin. Any information you can gather on the first pass for me, or the manifestation of the final days here in the city, would be most helpful. When we have completed our respective inquiries, let us reconvene in front of Megaduta, that we might share what we've learned with the satrap. Right. Well, Graha, shall we be off then? Arta is home to the High Crucible of Alchemia, whose alchemists forged many of our warding skills. That seems as good a place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nuadine, the chief alchemist there, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our queries. Right. think I remember where the High Crucible is. Etheirys still inactive. I'm not surprised. If the tower was enough of a crisis, I can't imagine this being any less. Excuse me. Ah, I remember those red eyes. You were with those Scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? We are assisting the Satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch sight of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful that the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. But suddenly I heard panicked screams coming from the direction of Balshan Bazaar. In the next instant, a monstrous beast poked its head out from amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as the fiend and its minions propelled themselves skyward. So the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the markets. This knowledge may prove useful. Thank you for sharing your tale. Well, I do believe we now know where we should inquire next. To the bazaar, then. Right. Let's just back by the Etheirys Plaza. This all really started in the center of the city itself? So this is Favnarian weave. I must say it bears a resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvo. Small wonder, really, given that it's just across the water. Not that I'm much of an expert in Corvosi culture, of course. I've not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Sharlayan. Like as not, I will never reside there again. Excuse me? Might need to just, step aside for a moment to close my windows. It's a bad... As much as I want the room to be cool, I think my hay fever doesn't appreciate this. Apologies for that delay. Thought while I was standing up and away, I'd head out to the bathroom to blow my nose. It is a time of year I am not fond of. It is warm, stuffy, humid, and hay fever season. Apparently yesterday the pollen count was extremely high. Where were we? And so, well, I simply hope my countrymen are safe. And one day, when this calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvo again, if only once. I'm sure you will, Grau. We'll find a way through this. Forgive me, but my shop's closed until further notice. Needless to say, we've more pressing concerns these days. We have come not in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything? Afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, they did. While that was all going on, the great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You'd have better luck asking there. Right. Excuse me, sir. Something the matter, traveler? If you are lost, perhaps I could be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated. We are not lost, but we are in need of information. Might you know anything about the gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar? I saw it all. I wish I had not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around and there was the fiend, its massive body bursting through the entryway with the force of a tidal wave. And then it was gone, as quickly as it came. It didn't stay around. Excuse me. The sisters have mercy. What is happening to the world? What am I to do? It's nowhere safe. Settle down, friend. The danger has passed, at least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you tell us what you saw? First I heard the screams, then a horde of ravening beasts came charging towards us. One of them was huge, bigger than a mallard, throwing people around like ragdolls, and it was eating them. I hid, under the counter, saw others do the same. But the shrieking and wailing kept getting louder. More voices in the throng. Beasts or victims, I couldn't tell. Knew not what was happening. I still don't. Excuse me? That is enough, my good man. You were brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones, and rest your body and mind while you are able. I suspect this is the most we can expect the people here to tell us. I think it best we find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. Right. That hall we passed through earlier seemed quiet enough. Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed toward the Etheirys Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in that Mehani can surely tell us more. Right. Most relaxing scenery to look out on. Sir? You're going after that enormous beast, are you? I saw it. When the very instant that poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. It started over there, by the window. A few men, merchants probably, talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worse. Next thing I know, their leader, I suppose he was, bears his head in his hands and black mist was swirling around him. And his whole body bursts apart. And there stands a hideous, slavering beast, massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends start shrieking, and the black mist comes again, till the change takes them too. Stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you perchance know who these merchants were? No, I'm a decorator by trade. Not much cause to mingle with their sort. Saw me heal the barmaid chatting with them, though. She might know something. Is that... Excuse me. Even after repairing all that damage, it'll take a while for business to pick up again. You mean the blasphemy? That's what the Radiant have been calling it, anyway. I saw it too. We all did. I was standing here at the counter as Marie poured me a drink when suddenly there came this dreadful sound, like a pained, angry groan. It's not like anything I'd ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, I recall it sent shivers up my spine. By some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got its claws on me. But the sight that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky above turned red as blood. Marie, myself, and the others clung to each other for dear life until the Radiant host came to our aid. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn. I'm certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. So the sky isn't the first sign. Excuse me. Hello there. Welcome to Marit's Mahani. What can we get you? We have not come for libations, but rather for information. You're Milil, yes? We are investigating the so-called blasphemy on the satrap's behalf. We hear it was one of your customers. A merchant that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Kalzal was his name. He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily in the exports of Fafnarian specialties. Kalzal? He runs the consortium down at Yelmal. Yes, the name rings a bell. Didn't you meet them both on your first trip to Fafnir? If I recall correctly, Kalzal ran a trading operation in Yedlmod, and it was there that you made Matsia's acquaintance. Yes, that is the same Kalzal, no doubt. A rather successful man, from what I gather. That said, it was clear that he had fallen on hard times of late. Those costly towers popping up everywhere could not have been good for business. Even now, with towers gone, the collapse of the Empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was. Trying times for the head of a trading consortium, indeed. Kalzal was a compassionate man. Even as his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many others who counted on him to sell their wares. Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting, as far as I could hear. Yet, as they discussed matters further, Kalzal's tone grew grave and grim. It was then that Forgive me. I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I would ask just one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Kalzal in particular? Please, anything at all. Sorry. Nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Kalzal lived for his work, and had no family that I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they too are lost to us. Still, perhaps his neighbors knew something I do not. I can direct you to them if you believe it would help. What do you say? If you don't mind. Anything to help us get to the bottom of this. Kalzal made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Kalzal lived here since childhood, and was known throughout the neighborhood. Kama. The name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. Thank you. I cannot promise that you will find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Thank you. Come, let us see where this lead takes us. Right. So we head on out of the... Yeah, where to from here? Let's see. After leaving the Mayan, we are to retrace our steps and head back toward the Etheirys Plaza. It's easy enough to do. So, where to from here? I assume it's not towards the alchemist. From here, we ascend the stairs. Right. Recognize this part of the city. That off to the right is up to Megaduda. Ah, this must be huge. In which case, we should take the path leading southeast. South. This way. We're on the right track, aren't we? If we keep going this way, we should arrive in Kama before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite the adventure, is it not? I only hope we can explore Razatan at our leisure once this crisis is past. You and me both, Graha. many times I've been here now, and every time has been problems. And this must be Kama. We've arrived at last. Let us begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us more about Khalzal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. Right. Excuse me. Hello there. Khalzal, you say? Yes. I've known him since he was a boy. If there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return. He'd spend his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise, really. What of how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn to dusk the other day. No doubt racking his brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. Then, at night, I heard the door open. I looked out to see Khalzal sitting on the bench, his head hung low. A man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see. The situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of. Other than the troubles with his consortium, he was the same old Khalzal. Cordial and honest, like always. These questions you are asking. Has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in that terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days, but my daughters told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard little about these bizarre goings-on. Rest assured, the city is safe for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you, stay close to your daughter and be prepared to take refuge should the satrap order it. Happened to why Khalzal? Excuse me. Sorry for intruding. Could you come back another time? I just woke up and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. Well, that's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Favner. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Khalzal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Khalzal? Aye, I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around. Thanks to a generous order from Rveda Fibers. Oh, he was practically dancing in the streets. I haven't spoken with him since, but I assume it all went well. Jinabaha might be able to tell you more, though. As I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Jinabaha Rveda Fibers. This sounds promising. Guess we're on our way there. That story. No one else said they'd seen him happy before this incident. through. It's certainly a reason for being as forlorn as he was at the... If I am not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. It is quite the sight, the red sky above. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magics run amok. That was my assumption when I saw Amber. Perhaps the ancients believed the same, that the terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of their calamity. And yet, those self-same horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? I wish I knew. It's what we need to find out. This is the right place, isn't it? They're finding silkworms. This must be Ruveda fibers. Where we should find Dijnabaha. Excuse me. And hurry, I say. There's no time to waste. Pardon me, but you're in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions that we'd like to... I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. We won't be long. In that case, might we be of assistance? And perhaps we could speak when the job is done. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment. Ask the others what to put where. Right. And you can carry our fabric. Go through that door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. Of course. They're all wearing just leave. I suppose I can blame them. Excuse me. But this area is for employees only. Out! Out! I'm here to help. What's that? You've come to help? Oh, praise be to Mindaruva. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you passed 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry that small crate to Nabraval by the storehouse near the hatchery. This crate of clothing is for Manuha, and that massive crate there goes to Zemhera by the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. These are all the crates we have ready. Once they've been delivered, consider your work here complete. Right. This one went to the one nearest hatchery. Oh, I forget you don't have to memorize which one the... Excuse me, sir. Brett, is it? Then you come to the right place. We thank you for your aid. No problem. then... Excuse me. If you have any crates of finished product, such as carpets, clothing, and the like, pray bring them here to our primary storehouse. A crate full of clothing, is it? I can take that off your hands. Many thanks for the delivery. Of course. Just this one. Just need to be careful picking this up. Right. Careful. This is not... I really don't feel this should be a one-person job. Excuse me, ma'am. I say, you're quite the brawny one, aren't you? A good thing that you never know when you'll need to defend yourself in these unpredictable times. A crate full of fabrics, is it? Exactly what I was hoping to receive. Here, let me put that away for you. Right. Well, that's everything. You carried all the crates to the storehouses, you say? And so quickly, too. Why, I've never seen anyone so strong. I and my associates will see to the rest, so please return to Jinabaha and assure him our work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible happenings of late. But generous souls like yourself give me hope that we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray we meet again in more peaceful times. That's all crates moved. Done as I asked, have you? I believe so. Kamala said I've done everything needed. If Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You have done us a great favor, traveler. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we'll not lose any more to those fiends. I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed. We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us still here saw it all. We looked at the burning skies in confusion, and then, before we could even begin to make sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out, a scream of such agony, such terror, and in the next instance he too sprouted fearsome claws. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic. Then he too transformed. What's causing this? I'm sorry. There was something you wanted to ask. Indeed. You knew the merchant Kalzal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment. Kalzal? I knew him well. We arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end we received a better offer and had to turn him down. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission, and we'd have been fools to refuse. I felt terrible for withdrawing the offer, but you must understand, we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair were plain as day. He said he'd discuss it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. dejection and despair. Bruh. You remember what we saw in Vanaspati, yes? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turning into beasts, one after the next. Right. It would seem the same phenomenon occurred here. The poor craftsmen attacked by the fiends, as well as those who witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Khalzal. By all accounts, it was he who suffered the most profound and piercing despair. Could that be it? That such intense emotions were what triggered his transformation? It's an idea which is more than we had before. Much remains unclear, but I believe we are drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. Transformations caused by despair? We were to reconvene with the others in front of Megaduta, were we not? That should be just outside. With any luck, they will have already returned from their own investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared further tragedy. But remember, your lives are far more precious than anywhere's. If you are ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed. I thank you for your concern, and pray you to take care as well. Farm monster spawns are spread out. Oh. Oh dear, what are you having to farm now? Something happening? Suppose they all have questions. Vampire Vine and Sap? Oh, yeah.
There you are. You've spoken with the survivors.
Indeed. We thought to share what we have gleaned, that we might together gain a greater understanding of present circumstances.
Hello, say.
Fortuitous timing. Alize and I completed our own investigations not long ago.
Then we should take a moment to compare notes. Shall we begin with the two of you?
Right. We started...
So the merchant Khalzal was gravely concerned about his business in the days preceding his untimely end.
The tales we heard were much the same. The first victims to be changed into blasphemies were all overcome with anguish of one manner or another. Then those who saw their loved ones stolen before their eyes succumbed to a similar panic, setting in motion a chain of transformations.
Fear, unease, despair. These negative feelings serve as a catalyst.
If so, then it is not unlike the calamity that befell the ancients.
You sure?
With their creation magics, they unwittingly gave form to untold horrors. Had they simply lost control, surely it would have manifested in many forms, not all of them monstrous. Yet somehow, this phenomenon is triggered solely by the darkness in their hearts, a common thread with what we now witness.
Right.
Common, but not identical. While the beasts the ancients faced were forged with magic alone, those of today are born of sentient beings. Why remains to be seen. But there is one fundamental difference between us and our predecessors. Our souls are sundered, whereas theirs were not. Perhaps that single variable makes all the difference.
If I may, there was another detail that troubled me. We have it on good authority that Karl Zahl's transformation took place before the skies began to burn.
What? If that's true, then the situation's more dire than we realized. It means even if there's no ominous sign presaging the final days, anyone, anywhere, has the potential to become a beast. Even in lands we thought safe, even as we speak.
Nowhere safe.
Look! It's the satrap!
The satrap!
I won.
Thank the heavens.
Is there an announcement made?
My countrymen, I am relieved and heartened to see you strong and safe. While the danger has not yet passed, far from it, allow me to assure you that the beasts that raged within the city walls have been exterminated to the last. Outside this sanctuary, the brave men and women of the Radiant Host and our dragon ally continue to battle our unholy foes. I pray these tidings put your minds at ease and help you calm your hearts. Have faith that we shall soon conquer this terrible trial.
Your Excellency, is there any word from Palaka's stand? My grandson was bound for there yesterday, and I worry for his life.
We are still awaiting a report, but I promise you, as soon as I have aught to share...
Your Excellency, I bring grave news.
You are?
I'm Matsya of Akyali, a humble fisherman.
Matsya?
Ah, I remember you from our first visit. Wait, you're... But no, that can wait. When the skies turned red, I set off for Palaka's stand, fearing for the safety of a friend. But as I drew near the village, I saw dreadful beasts all about.
No! Gods have mercy! Your Excellency! Save my grandson, I beg of you!
We will spare no effort to save all we can, but you must remain calm.
Calm? You tell me to be calm? You saw those beasts? They tore our bravest warriors limb from limb! What if we are too late, huh? They catch him, sink their fangs into him? The fangs!
Wait.
The screams!
That's...
Get away from her, now!
No.
Damn it! We've got to kill them before it spreads.
We'll handle this. See the townspeople to safety.
Right. Let's go.
Run as fast as you can! No!
No! On. I want. No.
Vitra, our people, you must save them.
No. We're here.
My son.
Enough! You must run. For their sake and your own. Yes, you will survive. You must.
Graha?
Be strong, my friends! Fear not, for we will defeat these abominations! Brave men and women of the Radiant Host, lend your Stola and Thancred your aid. Let not a single beast escape. The rest of you, flee this place. Carry the wounded if you must. Head indoors or underground. Above all, stay calm. No beast will follow you. We will see to that.
Alphino! Alizé! Leave the city to us, and make for Palaka's stand at once! Matsya, show my friends to the village! I promise you, they're more capable than the host's finest!
Right! Go with them, will you? We will save these people. As many as we can.
I know you will. Let's go. Save those outside. It is pretty cool to see Graha taking up the Crystal X Arc persona again. Damn it all. Staying calm isn't exactly my forte. We must save Palaka's stand, whatever it takes. Matsya, it pains me to put you in harm's way, but I would ask your aid as well. Of course. Palaka's stand is not far. Just down that hill. But as I told His Excellency before, the path was blocked by terrible creatures. I had no choice but to turn back. In that case, this is what we shall do. Sorin, I ask that you take the lead and dispatch any beasts you encounter. Alizé and I will keep Matsya hidden amidst the trees, and follow when the path is clear. Right. Leave it to me. There's no telling what dangers await us. Keep your eyes peeled. Same ones we fought before. More. Definitely more. It's an Etheirys. Is that blood stand? One's here. It cannot be. There's still survivors. We can help them. We have to. We must heal those we can, and quickly. See no beasts, but stay on your guard. Too late. Here as well. It was a quick death. Sir? He's alive. Even if I wait, the nightmare goes on. Give me to sleep. You can't give up. Sir? Have you come to help us? Too late. Too late. My family. My friends. Just be quicker. Alphino? Are these the only villagers who survived? I can only hope others managed to flee. If the rest have been turned to beasts, quite a 12. Let us do what we can to see that the damage spreads no further. And no matter what comes, we must keep our spirits high, lest we ourselves suffer a similar fate. I can tend to the rest. Pray look after Matsya. No doubt what we have seen here weighs even heavier on his heart than ours. Of course. Matsya? How are you doing? Oh, Sorin! Sorin! This is Yervet, the elder here. He is hurt, but oh, praise be to the sisters, he still lives. Young Matsya here has told me everything. I have not the words to express my gratitude for your aid. When the heavens began to burn, we were afraid, but did our best to carry on as we always have done. Until today. when those unholy beasts came pouring into our village. A flood of midnight and death. There are no words to describe what followed. Men and women I have known since they were babes struck down by the creatures, only to rise again to join the murderous horde, in the guise of those same hideous fiends. In the chaos, a handful of our villagers fled for their lives. I can only hope they've found their way to safety. Matsya, do you perchance remember Keresef and Mevan, the young couple who always brought your freshest catches? How could I forget, Elder? When I first came to peddle my wares, desperate to eke out a living, they showed me such kindness. Others shunned me as an outsider, as is their way. But Keresef and Mevan brought my fish and sung its praises. They turned my fortunes around. Alas, I fear they are in terrible danger. I saw them running towards Agama Temple, one of those beasts in close pursuit. They had their child, still but a tiny babe. To elude those fiends while caring for one so young is an impossible task, surely. I beg of you, go to their aid. We have to go after them, right? I want to help them, yet I am but a fisherman. I cannot face beasts on my own. Will you come with me? Of course I will. Oh, thank you. Agama Temple lies to the west of here. We must hurry. To the west. That structure? Trying to find marbles. Matsuya? The temple is just ahead. It was built by those who worship Saint Agama, but has sadly fallen into disrepair in recent years. If my friends made it this far, no doubt they are hiding somewhere amidst the ruins. Oh, please, stay back! That was Keresef! Oh no, this is not good. Wait here. I'll find him. Yes, I understand. The cry came from the ruins. You must hurry. Here. Wait, those are definitely blasphemies. Sir? He's... Okay. Sir? Keresef? Too late. Again. I'm sorry. I tried to stay behind, but I couldn't. I'm sorry, Matsya. No, it cannot be. Anyone. My arms. So heavy. And my legs. I cannot feel my legs. My wife fled with her daughter. I need to find them. I need to be with them. I need... No. Kedisov! No, Kedisov, you must stay strong. Time. I thought I had... I don't want to die. What does Sorin want to do? I think Sorin would be action over words. I'll find her. Both of them. Thank you. Please. Find them. I swear it. Yvonne still lives, and she has their child. We must search the jungle between here and Palakistan. There is nowhere else she could have gone, I think. Right. No time to waste. Sorry, Matsu. Forgive me, Kedisov. Once we have saved your wife and child, we will return and lay you to rest. Find them. Sign here, not even of travel. Oh, just away. Maybe they would have returned to the village. That's all I can hope. For you, Marble. Anything. Never. That's for me. Closer to... No sign of them. Please tell me they made it okay. No sign. Tracks. Watch it. They didn't manage to make it back, did they? Did you see any sign of them? I found nothing. Either. Perhaps the beasts have chased them further from the village. Oh gods above, I beseech you, pray deliver Mevan and her little one to safety. while, in disguise above Favnir.
No more enemies to trouble us here. It's me. How fare you below? Understood. I will inform Vritra. Chaos and panic sweep Raz-at-Han, and many more have succumbed to the transformations. Amidst the fray, Ahawan fell, protecting a grief-stricken father. My friends fight alongside your Radiant host to secure the capital. Beasts have been sighted in Palakistan as well. We have divided our forces in hopes of quelling the threat there. Of small solace is that we now know what triggers the transformation. As my companions tell it,
so it is the very fear and despair in their hearts which inflicts this abhorrent punishment upon them. A nightmare from which my children will never awake. O capricious and cruel fate, they are undeserving of such condemnation.
will you wallow in sorrow or rise to the occasion? Raz-at-Han is leaderless. Before he passed, Ahawan sought to reveal the truth to his people. Honor his wishes.
To what end? To breed a new conflict between dragon and man? These claws could reduce thee to shreds with a touch. These jaws crush thy bones to dust. Only through my proxy could I walk with my children. Without him, I am a bringer of fear, no different from the beasts which beleaguer them.
Perhaps so. Only in death were Hraesvelgr and Shiva united. Indeed, whenever man and dragon have come together, death has ever been the inevitable result. It was our fear of your kind that sparked a nigh-endless war. Fear and hate of which Nidhogg drank deep as he laid waste to my homeland, and in turn, I took my revenge on his brood. Blood for blood, pain for pain. I thought nothing of theirs, only of mine. And yet, were the chasm between us too vast and too deep, Hraesvelgr would not have borne Isael to battle and our rescue. He would never have entrusted a mortal champion with one of his eyes. And the Dragonsong War would still rage on. And I would still wage a never-ending war of violence and vengeance. The future of our star be damned. I cannot speak for Ahawan's greater goals. Yet I know that he served you, served your people, long and true. In this time of unprecedented crisis, he turned to you. You could do worse than to place your trust in him. It will not be easy, but the future of Raz-at-Han hangs in the balance. We have company. The hour has come, Vritra! It's all or nothing!
Got you. Don't panic. If Mevan fled deeper into the jungle, she and her child are in grave danger. Whatever are we to do? God have mercy. Matya, please. You have to stay calm. But how can I at a time like this? They could be dead. They might not be. I think fear is the root of all this. So, if I allow myself to be overcome by this fear, I too might become a beast. I am not sure I understand, but I will do my best. Alfno, Alzay. I've seen to the wounded. How did the two of you fare? Did you find your friends? Not quite. I see. In that case, let us help you find a mother and child. Before we leave, we must ensure the village will be safe in our absence. Oh my god, gemstones, yeah, you can... I forget you can't just trade them for mob drops in the areas. Alize and I will patrol the area and search for more beasts. Would you and Matsya speak with Elder Yervet? Pray explain to him the situation and join us as soon as you're able. Right, got it. We will save Mevan and her child. We can do that much for Karaseth. Elder Yervet, I am heartened to see you both safe, but what of the family? We found Karaseth, but he... Say no more. I understand. We have lost another of our dear friends. Karaseth may be gone, but there is still hope for Mevan and their child. Please find them, I beg of you. And if, in your search, you come across anyone else who escaped the slaughter, pray tell them what has happened. I will do my best to keep the villagers safe, and their spirits high. Come, let us rejoin your friends at once. Right. Red flag. Any more creatures about? I'm pleased to report that the vicinity appears to be beast-free. No doubt thanks to your earlier effort. And with that, let us resume our search for your friend and her child. Where should we begin, Matsu? If we follow Kitiroda south, we will arrive at Purusa, a temple. It is a sacred place where people go to commune with the divinities. It is possible that Mevan sought shelter there. And perhaps other villagers as well. Then it's settled. Matya, stay close to me, alright? You two, take the lead. Keep an eye out for beasts and anyone in need of help. Very well. We make for Purusa as quickly as we are able. With me. that the temple? Wait. Don't panic. I'm here to help. You alright? Thank you. I thought I was done for. Mevan? She's a friend of mine too, but I have not seen her. She must still be out there somewhere trying to avoid the beasts. Poor child. Oh gods. Worry not for me. I can make my way back to the village on my own. Be careful. Someone's safe. That's good. Sir? Sorin, wait. Barusa lies just up ahead, but something terrible has happened. The beasts have come and many have already been killed. Alfino and Alizé have gone to do what they can, but there are so many. More than I could count. You must be ready. Do what I can to clear the area. Survivors. There! No! Be quicker. More I can help. Alphino? Remain calm and do not wander off. I will tend to the wounded. Alphino's got them in safe hands. Please, don't. It's hard. Stay calm. Sir, please. You need to get to safety. Or Alizé, stay strong. We'll keep you safe, I promise. No, please. I'll protect you. Just stay calm. You okay? No, there's more. There you are. How fare the others? There are several people safe from Alizé, and I found a couple more people who haven't succumbed yet. I see. You've seen to all the beasts in sight? In that case, let's have everyone gather in front of the temple.
Courage, friend. The pain will pass.
Has anyone seen Mevan? Where could she be?
We've dealt with all the blasphemies, and made certain no villagers are still in hiding.
Good work. We've otherwise tended to the wounded as best we can.
Good to see there's so many of them.
What will become of us?
Help is on the way, surely. We may have to abandon our homes now, but we will return, someday.
But where can we go? Is anywhere even safe?
That I cannot say.
Well, I can. Nowhere's safe. Run all you like, but there's no escaping these things. And even if I could, it's too late for my family.
This isn't good. The more they dwell on the tragedy, the more likely we are to lose them too.
My friends, this is a place of worship.
What's ya?
Should your heart quake with sadness, cast your mind to the heavens and remember. Remember the teachings of the old gods. Did they not implore us to stand fast when waves of sorrow break against our shores?
Know this, my children. There is more ugliness than beauty in this world. To live is to suffer. To drink of calamity and drown in anguish. To toil and be tested, always and ever.
'Tis a perilous path you walk. Death lurks in the dark, and is the sole promise that awaits at journey's end. You will tremble with terror. You will weep tears of anger and despair.
But do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. Then will you see how the hardships make you strong.
Every doubt reforged as scales for your armor. Every agony to temper your blade.
Thank you, lad. We'd almost forgotten who we are. My undying gratitude to you as well, my friends.
No need to thank me.
You were searching for Mevan, no? We must return home. I pray you help the boy find his friend.
We will.
Gladly. We dispatched what beasts we could, but the roads are still dangerous. Stay together and go in safety.
was very impressive, what you did back there. Those words seem to resonate with your people.
They should. They were the first spoken unto our ancestors by the divinity of legend. I'm easily upset, and fish are wont to flee a temperamental hand. So I recite the teachings over and over to calm myself.
They're lovely and inspiring to hear, though I imagine they were born of great misfortune.
They are born of life. There's as much bad as good in it. More, many would attest. All the more reason to appreciate the good when you can.
I won't argue with that.
In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow.
That felt very loud. Idling told me.
And with that, let us see if we can't find Mervyn.
Right.
Did you see? That beast was chasing someone.
Where? Did no one rush to help? Where did you see them? Over there. My view is blocked by the trees, but I'm sure I saw someone being chased by a beast. Sorin, go with Matsia and search along the river. Alphino and I will circle around from the south. Stay close, Matsia. Wait. Over there.
That's her. No, I'm sure of it. Mervyn!
Don't, please!
I have to get over there. That's Alphino. No.
No! God have mercy!
I can get after her. No. Evan? Let's get you out. Child. Please. Oh no. Get it up to the surface as quickly as possible. Hello. Help me. Heavens, it's too late for her. Child. You have the child? Let me see her. Is she okay? Is she going to be okay?
She's so cold, Elfino.
The child is alert, and I see no wounds, and yet... she grows weaker. My spells can do no more. What she needs is a change of clothes and a warm bed. We must hurry back.
Right. More of them.
Not now!
Matsia, take the child.
Damn it. It appears we've made enough noise to be heard for miles around. More will be upon us ere long. We make our stand here. Mattia, can you take her back to the village?
But the child, all by myself. You can't be serious.
We'll distract them here,
The
Matsu.
beasts will follow you home unless we stop them here. And so we shall. Be strong, Matsia. Her life is in your hands.
Right. I can do it.
I know you can. We'll keep them busy, Matsia. Go! Quickly!
Right.
Steady. You know the way. No. No! Not you too. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
To live is to suffer, to drink of calamity. It is a perilous path. Death lurks in the dark.
No! I'm not afraid! I'm not afraid! Ah! Do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. See how the hardships make you strong. Every doubt reforged. Every agony. The divinity.
Nay, but one who would deliver thee just the same.
Please. You must save the child. She is all that remains of Mevan and Grasef. Please.
Well, well. Seems the babe's taken a liking to you.
Thou art strong, little one. Let us convey thee to thy home.
I spied our friends as we flew in. They appeared to be holding their own against the Horde.
The last of them.
Right. That's the last of them. We should hurry and find Matsia.
Right. Don't ask me why, but
Really?
I think they're going to be
How
okay.
can you be so sure?
A fine battle it must have been. Shame I missed it.
Estinian?
Estinian, it was you who came to Matia's aid.
I was only along for the ride. Vritra was the one who saw the boy was in need. The two are headed back to the village.
Where the worm will honor Ahiwan's wishes and finally reveal himself to his people.
Perhaps so. Will you go and join them?
There's something I need to do first. Mervyn gave her life so that her child might live. She deserves better than to be left to drift alone. She deserves to be laid to rest beside her husband at least. Will you help me?
Of course I will. So I couldn't do more. We have done what we can. It is for the villagers of Palakistan to perform the funeral rites. If nothing else, Evan and Karsef died as they lived, as themselves, and not as beasts. Their souls will find peace in the ethereal sea. I think the day would come when even that smallest of solaces would be discomforting. Styrian, how are things on the rest of the island? You are ready then? In that case, let's head to Palakistan. No doubt Vritra is awaiting us. Everyone it's terrible. Child. Someone saved. Ritra. That might be a little bit loud. Rest easy, for all is well here. Young Matsiar returned with the babe safe in his arms. Owing to a warm bed, the girl have already begun to regain her strength. Less joyously received was word of the mother and father's fate, as well as that of their transformed neighbors. How many children of Favnir must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. Every death, another void that can never be filled. We who survived them must carry the weight of their memory, as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. Kerasafan Mevan's babe is a child of Favnir as well. I thank you for returning her to us safe. Glad we could do at least that much. O most great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. They say that were it not for you, brave Matsian, the child would have been lost to us forever. Long had I heard the rumors that a mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the satrap, but never would I have expected such a kind and gentle soul. Truth in part, but not in whole. Something got stuck in my throat there. I am Vitra, and for years uncounted have this isle served as mine abode. An isle I have ruled over as satrap, with Ahewan as my loyal servant. Am I here to be believed? You were the true satrap all along. Oh, Nidana. I forgot you appeared here. Nidana, what are you doing here? Those when characters show up with question marks and like, who's this? Who's this again? I heard under Radiant that you had gone to help the people of Palakistan in their time of need. And so, I and several of my colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. The alchemists have already brewed up some potions for Mevan's daughter. But enough about us. You and your role are a far greater enigma. If you were the true satrap all along, could it be that young Varshan was created to serve as your emissary? Thou didst suspect the boy was but a simulacrum. A rumor has circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family in secret to fashion a mammoth indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Varshan with that knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but, like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using the simulacrum to work more closely with his people, and decided not to press the issue. I had always assumed one of Ahewan's associates was manipulating it from afar, though the truth is indeed far more surprising. It is an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Vitra. Pray allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in, given unto us your scales, I do not know where we would be. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. 'Twas thou and thy fellow alchemists that fashioned the means to unmake the towers. You were the saviors of not only Razatan, but the star. Far too kind you are, Master Vitra. But the star yet wants for salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in this, their darkest hour. 'Twould seem this place is in good hands. I would return to see how Razatan fares. What will you do, Scions? I worry for the survivors we met at Brusa. Let's surely pay them a visit before making our way back. Sounds like an idea. Excuse me. In that case, might I ask a favor? Nothing too burdensome, I promise. This way. Wonder what this is. Soup? Needs to simmer just a bit longer, I'd say. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The Red Sky. Those terrible beasts. What in the name of the sisters is happening here in Fafnir? It's a bit of a story. Oh, my. That's rather a lot to take in. It would seem the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use your knowledge to see if it can further our own research. And with that, here we are. A pot of piping hot chai, brewed from my own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with hearty helpings of rich milk and purest sugar. I've made enough for everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver a few cups? Of course. This drink has medicinal properties, then? Not in the least. The ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty, though. It has a way of lifting the spirits. Spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of chai is a simple, everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. Lovely sentiment, Donna. By all means, allow us to assist. It's hard to be upset when you have nice food. Well, you lot distribute hot beverages. I'll do a sweep for errant beasts to slay. A far less arduous task, no doubt. When you've finished, look for me at the wakeful Torana. Right. Hello. Look at them all, lazing about, knowing full well the beasts might strike again at any moment. Do they not realize their lives are in danger? Well, I, for one, intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Yes, I'll leave this island behind if I must. Where would I go? Is anywhere safe these days? Maybe you should think it over a cup of chai. Cup of chai? Can't you see I have more important things to worry about? No, you're right. It is precisely in times like these that we must strive to remain calm and steady. I do believe I'll visit the Elder and see what needs to be done. If there's any way I can aid my village and my friends, I will do it. That exclamation mark out of the way. Here. sir. Wait, I know you. You were the one who saved us from those beasts back at the temple. Were it not for you... Well, let's not even think about that. At times like this, we mustn't dwell on what might have been, but look to the future. What future awaits us? How can Razatan hope to recover from this? Most of my friends are gone, and I don't know where to turn. Now, just do your best to relax. I'm sure you'll find a way. A cup of chai? Well, if you insist. That aroma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we've faced our fair share of trials in the past as well. And no matter how hard the times, we've always come together as a people united. One day at a time, one step at a time. For that is all any of us can do. Yes, back to work. Once I finish this cup. Thank you. Not a problem. No one inside here? I only assume there's someone on the perimeter of town. Still got another cup here to give out. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I just want to be left alone. My best friend and I, we fled the village together. One of the beasts took him and it was all I could do to run. All the while I could hear this monstrous voice screaming my name. If you don't want to talk, I won't ask you to, but... Here. Something to drink. This is for me? We used to drink chai together often, sharing stories over steaming cups after a hard day's work. Thank you, friend. The pain may never pass, but must press on all the same. For his memory and for we who must remember. Donna? Thank you for delivering the chai, Sorin. Did it help to lift the villagers' spirits? I think so. They all seemed a little more forward-looking. That is heartening to hear indeed. The final days show no sign of abating, but there's all the more reason that we must try to keep our composure. Our lives have been forever changed. The people we have lost will never return to us. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts. But we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony till we too join the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition. For it is only in acceptance that we find the strength to move forward. I think more I can do. I think this brings me back into the city, which I think is a nice place to finish. As you have finished your deliveries, might I talk with you for a moment? I was curious to know what has become of Mevon and Karisef's remains. We retrieved Mevon from the water there. Both behind the temple. We first looked for them. Oh, thank you, friend. Surely they will be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. I and the people of Palakistan will perform the rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy for her, growing up without her parents. But I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. Well, we finished delivering the chai. I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I could almost believe there's magic at work, how their tension fades with every sip. Let us pray that Palakistan has seen the last of those transformations. At least for now. They are still at risk, as every village in Favnir, like as not. Still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible. Shall we return to Razahan? By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from this terrible calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies from Akyali. We have plenty to spare. Good to hear. We'll make it through by working together. Then let us find a Stydian and be on our way. Where did he wander off again? He said something about patrolling the outskirts of the village. The Wakeful Tirana, near the bridge to Razahan, as I recall. Very well then. See you around. Stay safe. Getting close to one of my, I think, if I remember correctly, getting close to probably one of my favorite parts of Endwalker. Hello, big armadillo. Sinian? Alphino told me everything. Well, glad I am to hear the people are safe. Likewise, you'll be pleased to know that I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle and ruins. It would seem you finished off the last of them. Trying times yet lie ahead for the people of Favnir. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent satrap to shepherd them through. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return to the city on Al Zadal's path. Come. Right. The others were able to calm the situation in the city a little. Things weren't going well when we left. So, Rigrod took hold of the situation. I think things will be fine. Thancred? Where's Ishtola and Graha? It's good to see you safe. Given the skies, it's all too easy to fear the worst. I am pleased to report that we've succeeded in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have all been felled and the citizens are safe for now. I've also heard from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in the city square. Though they said no more than that. Might you have any idea what this is about? I have an inkling. So, the preacher is finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. I could do that then. But before that, it would appear that word of the assembly has not yet reached all the citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we'd best enlighten them. Right, I'll keep an eye out for anyone. Hello there. Are the beasts all gone? I've been hiding and I'm too scared to go out and look. It's safe now. There's actually going to be an announcement at Megaduda. Do you want to come with me? Oh, that's a relief. I thought one of those beasts was going to eat me. I wonder where Varshan is. He's the slowest runner. I hope he got away. He could be with the other people from the palace. Maybe I'll see him in the square. Hey there. Leave me be, please. I swear to you, my flesh tastes absolutely terrible. I'm not here to eat you. Oh, God, what are you doing scaring me like that? If we're not quiet, those beasts will find us. You don't need to worry about the beasts at the moment. They've been dealt with. People are gathering in the square. There's going to be an announcement. The square, you say? That's where the satrap was killed. With my very eyes, I saw him crushed in that creature's maw. So many lives lost. Such terrible carnage. And you say there's someone else who would lead Razatan instead? Whoever they are, if they say anything to sully the memory of our beloved satrap, I'll make them regret it. I don't think that's a worry you need to have. Everyone's here. I hear you were able to bring the situation at Palakistan under control. Every life lost is a tragedy, but you should take pride in doing what you could. When I assumed command during the earlier panic, I did so instinctively and out of necessity. It was not my place to give orders, but I'm glad the people heeded them. But now they have need of a true leader. A magnanimous and just satrap who can guide them every step of the way. Fortunately, they are blessed with one such soul. If anyone can protect and guide them through this calamity, it is he.
Look! Someone's coming!
People of Razathan, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
Many thanks.
A dragon! Wow!
People of Radzat-Han, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. 'Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
I think they will.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Thavnair, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Radzat-Han to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, hath she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Radzat-Han will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it, over you, and lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal. And well...
Oops.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Izael's face.
Indeed.
Excuse me, but I must speak with the satrap at once.
The Forum?
Father!
What are they doing here?
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radzat-Han, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your satrap.
I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
I am Satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
Was not expecting a dragon, was he?
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Radzat Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy Forum been allies to Thavner. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
Reader said that before. Great Sword saw Etheirys is the bastion.
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vitra. We believe in you.
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
Is something the matter, Nidana?
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine. All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do?
That's what I was wondering. If not ether, what are they made of?
Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Wait, you mean that, Akasha you were talking about?
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Ooh, that would...
Yes, yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained.
Yeah.
Ah, do you still have that flower?
The heart bloom? Yeah. It's... What?
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place.
It's...
You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive.
Then... how do we fight that?
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet. And we will meet again.
A font you stole? Even were a Vitra to acquiesce to their proposal, just how did the Sharlayans intend to transport the nation's entire populace to the moon? That's a question. They can't intend to march everyone to Garlemald, can't they? And even... even then, their plan... I can't imagine their plan would have relied on that happening. Must have another way. Apparently we're able to get supplies to the lockers. As far as we have come, after all the horrors we have seen, there's still so much we don't know about the final days. Could it be, as Nadana said, that the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to forestall it? Well, that is... I've gone a bit over time, actually. That's where I'm going to finish it for today. I believe that is the end of the Fafnir chapter. And I am looking quite forward to the next part of the story, which will come tomorrow. But yeah, for now, that's going to be everything. I forgot how soon after the final days begins, like, you get right into Vanaspati. For some reason, I think my brain had managed to mix it up, and I thought the Palakistan stuff came first, and then it was Vanaspati. But I stand corrected. So, again, I will be back tomorrow evening with some more Sorin's Journey. What is going to be happening? Yeah, I maybe shouldn't say too much, but I'm quite looking forward to the next chapter. If I can remember what's happening correctly. That's probably 2 streams worth there. Ooh, yeah, and I'm feeling like more and more confident that Dawn Trail is going to release before I can finish Endwalker. But hopefully I can still kind of get past the queues. But with all that said, finish up there. Thank you all so much for coming along. I really hope you enjoyed. And until next time I see you, it's not evening, but have a good day, have a good night, and goodbye.